Kenny Britt is known for big plays on the field, but he's also scored at home. We join wife Sabrina Britt to find out how on this edition of Married to the Game. All right, Sabrina, let's talk the big move. I know you were in LA while Kenny was training, and then you came to be a Ram in St. Louis. How is it settling in?
Well, it's been an experience. You know, we had some hiccups here and there with moving companies and everything like that, but all in all, it's been a good move.
That's great, and I know that Coach Fisher and Kenny have quite the history as well. He drafted Kenny in the first round in 2009. So what's it feel like to be a part of the Fisher family again?
Oh, wow. Kenny was head over heels when he got that call saying that Fishy wanted him to come out here to St. Louis. He could not contain his excitement. He was so excited, for us to be back here with Fisher and see, what this season has in store for us.
I can only imagine. It must feel like you're just one big family.
Yes.
All right, so let's rewind for a second and go back to the days before Kenny was chasing his dreams in the NFL and when he was actually chasing a special somebody at Rutgers. Do you know who that might be?
Yes, that was me, of course. Kenny actually, we met on the bus first, and I really didn't give him the time of day. I told him, hi, I'm Sabrina, and then I kind of put my headphones back in my ear, and then he just kind of went on his little merry way. And the next thing you know, I have a Facebook message from Kenny Britt. He found me somehow. I finally gave in. And here I am.
Here you are, and you finally gave in through Facebook.
Through Facebook.
So he was persistent in the chase.
Very persistent.
And I understand that your daughter, Ava, is likely to have boys chasing after her in the future.
I don't even want to think about that.
Oh, I can only imagine. But for now, at least, it's the modeling agents that are chasing after her.
Yes.
Tell me about that and how you guys got started in the modeling industry.
That is so exciting, actually. But ever since Ava was practically born, we'd go on vacations or just in the mall, and agents would just come up to Ava. They're like, oh my goodness, she needs to be a model. She needs to be my model. She needs to be, represented by our agency. We were out in LA for the off season. I was like, while Kenny's training, why don't I just take Ava and go be mommy momager, and take her to an agency and see what happens. And they signed her. They loved her.
As if that isn't enough, you're also wanting to launch a clothing line? Is that true?
Well, yeah, it's more like a t-shirt line, I guess, so to speak. I actually made Kenny and his groomsmen back in 2012 these shirts with a little saying that they would always say to me, when they're eating all my food and they're around the house, I would start yelling at them. They're like, stop, we're good kids, we're good kids. So I was like, you know what, let me just go get these t-shirts printed, and I did. Kenny wore it just out to the movies one day in Tennessee, and everyone was asking about it. People in Kenny's hometown were calling him up, asking to buy these shirts. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I had no idea that this was going to be such a big hit.
Club Good Kids, okay.
Yes, we haven't actually launched yet. We're waiting for the right moment since, all the free agency and the big moves, so.
You're going to launch that. Yes. Big things to come for the team and your clothing line. I have to ask, you told me about these crop tops that Kenny wears.
Kenny's gonna kill me.
And he may, but I am so curious. What's this about?
Well, he always said that he just feels restricted when, they have these tight jerseys during camp and everything. So he would always cut off, the jersey. He would cut off, the athletic tops they have to wear when they're out there. And, next thing you know, there was a whole bunch of guys on the team, cutting their shirts. I'm like, see, we started a trend, the crop top trend with a K.
Yet again, Kenny's
Club
crop tops.
Kenny's crop top.
There you go. I love it. So can we look to see this maybe in your clothing line at some point?
Maybe. It'll be some type of athletic performance wear.
Oh, I think that's a really great idea. Yeah, here we go. Maybe I can be your business partner.
There you go.
Sabrina, thank you so much for letting us in on the many hats that you wear, and I'm really excited to hear about this clothing line and how that's going to take off.
Yes.
But most importantly, thank you for joining us for this edition of
Married to the Game. Cheerio.